everyone? It's Jesus, just popping on here because I wanted to address the American people on the eve of their national election. There is a battle for your soul taking place, but it's not between the two political parties and their allegedly opposing ideologies and platforms, but between your inner divine self and your outer fearful self. And quite frankly, the news media and the election at large have been tipping the scales towards your scared, fearful self. And as a representative of the divine here on earth, I just wanted to help out our side and make sure that no matter what happens in the coming days, that you stay on the right side of hysteria. And a lot of y'all have been watching this unfolding election cycle and the dumpster fire that it is with great trepidation. But I assure you, you have nothing to fear. This is actually not your dumpster fire. And this might sound counterintuitive, but when you see a dumpster that's on fire, you don't have to get in it. No. Resist that temptation. And after all, this is actually Caesar's dumpster fire. So render unto Caesar that which is his. My Roman Empire is the actual Roman Empire, which never ended, but shapeshifted into the Holy Roman Empire and then the American Empire. And finally, the age of empires is coming to an end. I don't know how many of you have the eyes to see that there is a global awakening taking place. And all egoic structures, all structures based on separation, must fail to make room for what's coming. Do not cling to them. That's like trying to stay in a weird relationship. Do not cling to your government. Leave them to their marijuana addiction and unresolved childhood trauma. If you are with your government for several years, it's probably because you have matching issues. And you should probably work on your stuff. You are the divine incarnated. As I tried to tell you in the Gospels, but not until the release of Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department has there been a text studied so extensively, yet somehow the meaning of it was missed. So for the final time, LOML is not about Joe Alwyn. And when I said that the kingdom of heaven is within, I meant the kingdom of heaven is within. You are divine. So stop looking for salvation out there. Stop trying to fix the world from the outside in. Work on your stuff and watch the world change. In his wonderful book, The 7 Hobbits of Highly Effective Wizards, Stephen R. Covey has this awesome diagram of awesome because it's simple. A diagram of 2 circles inside of each other. The inner circle he calls your sphere of influence. These are the things that you are in charge of, namely yourself. And the outer circle is your sphere of concern. And he points out very helpfully that anything you do that is outside of your sphere of influence, any thoughts or worries you have that are just in your sphere of concern, is absolutely wasted energy. And I believe that the whole election cycle is designed to drag you out of your sphere of influence, drag you out of the present moment, the only moment there is to worry about some things in the past or future and that you have no power over. I know that in this country you've done such a great job of teaching your children not to get into creepy vans with creepy men offering them candy. Yet the adults among you are very susceptible to getting into metaphysical vans of the news media who show up with a creepy van, with a creepy man to tell you, not even to give you candy, but simply to give you alarmist headlines or things to worry about, to knock you out of the present moment. You know, a van might pull out outside of your sphere of influence to tell you that somebody said something disparaging about childless women with cats. And if you are a childless woman with cats, you might want to be offended. You might want to respond to this allegation and whether it's in your head or on social media. And there you go. You've been taken out of the present moment, out of your sphere of influence. From the other side of the political spectrum, the van might be there to tell you that somebody's out there forcing kids to be trans. You might think that you gotta go out there and save those kids, if in fact that is happening. But you don't. And this isn't even a political example, but for some reason this van pulled up to just about everybody's house this year, including the saviors, to tell me that Blake Lively is mean. Why should you care? Are you Blake Lively? Even if you are, I don't think you should worry about that. I mean, if somebody says you're mean and you feel weird about it, then you might want to examine if you are in fact mean or just have some sort of obsession with people pleasing, and work on that. The rest of us, don't let the van take you from the present moment, the only moment that ever is, to somewhere else where you don't have any power. Because if you're not present in the only moment there is, you're not really alive. And the opposite of alive is dead, I believe. So stay put in your sphere of influence. Stay put in the present moment. And no matter who you end up voting for tomorrow, I hope that ultimately you also choose yourself first. And enjoy the show.